They say money can buy happiness. Our family used to be proof of that, or at least, that's what everyone thought. We lived in a glass house in the center of the city, the kind of place people would take photos of. My dad drove a silver Porsche, my mom ran a small fashion brand, and my little brother and I went to one of the best private schools around. From the outside, we were the picture of success. But from the inside, we were breaking long before the divorce papers came. I'm telling this story not to make anyone feel sorry for me, but to help parents understand what happens to their children when they split apart, not just in court, but inside our hearts. It started quietly, small arguments whispered in the kitchen, my mom's red eyes after dinner, my dad's late nights at work. When you're a child, you feel things before you understand them. I didn't know it then, but studies show children can sense emotional distance between parents months before separation. I could feel that distance in the way my father stopped sitting at the table with us, in the silence that filled our house like fog. One night, I heard my mom crying. My brother asked what was wrong, and I told him it was just allergies. I lied, because that's what kids do. We protect our parents, even when they're the ones breaking our hearts. They called us into the living room one Sunday morning. My mom held her coffee cup with both hands, shaking slightly. My dad looked straight at me. "We've decided to separate," he said. My brother didn't even understand the word. I did. It felt like the floor disappeared under me. Psychologists say divorce is one of the top 5 most stressful events a child can experience, ranking just below the death of a parent. I believe that. That day, I stopped being a child. I wanted to scream, but I didn't. My mom hugged me. My dad said, "It's for the best." I remember thinking, best for who? When my dad moved out, everything changed. The house became quieter but colder. The laughter that used to bounce off the walls was gone. My brother started wetting the bed again. I stopped inviting friends over. At school, everyone knew. Wealthy families like ours can't hide scandals for long. The other kids whispered. Some said my mom cheated. Some said my dad did. No one cared about the truth, they just liked the story. I got bullied. Not the physical kind, but the kind that gets inside your head. Daddy left, huh? Bet your mom's getting everything. It sounds small, but words stick. Research from the American Academy of Pediatrics shows that children of divorce are 2 to 3 times more likely to experience bullying or social exclusion at school. I was one of them. My parents tried to make it equal. 1 week with mom, 1 week with dad. 2 bedrooms, 2 toothbrushes, 2 lives. But kids don't split like furniture. You can't divide our love 50-50. Every time I packed my bag, I felt like I was betraying one of them. My mom would ask if dad seemed happy. Dad would ask if mom was okay. I became the messenger and the shield. Sometimes I wished I could disappear just to make them stop asking. Studies show that more than 70% of children in shared custody situations feel emotionally torn or pressured to choose sides. I was part of that statistic, a number hidden behind a smile in our family photos. After the divorce, my mom threw herself into work. My dad started dating again, someone younger, someone who smiled too much. The house felt empty, even when it was full of expensive things. I started laughing louder with friends, but it wasn't real laughter. It was armor. My grades dropped. I stayed up late scrolling through social media, comparing myself to kids with happy families. I felt invisible. Experts call it post-divorce identity confusion. When a child doesn't know who they are in a family that doesn't exist anymore. I call it loneliness. My brother turned to video games. I turned to alcohol. At first, it was just curiosity, a sip here and there at a party. But soon it became a way to stop thinking. I was only 16. I read later that teens from divorced homes are almost twice as likely to experiment with alcohol, drugs, or self-harm. That's not because we're broken. It's because we're trying to fill a silence that never ends. My parents didn't notice. They were too busy rebuilding their own lives. And honestly, I didn't blame them. The healing didn't happen all at once. It wasn't like the movies. There was no big family reunion, no perfect closure. It started slowly, in therapy, in quiet talks with my mom, in long walks with my dad where we didn't talk about the past, just the present. I learned something: children don't need perfect parents. We need honest ones. We need you to tell us the truth, that it's hard, that it hurts, but that you love us no matter what. Because when parents hide their pain, children take it on themselves. I'm 22 now. My brother just turned 18. We still talk about that year, the year our family broke and rebuilt